charge phone. Yeah, Tone. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'ma throw a party. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'm about to throw a party. I just woke up in time to check out my parlay from last night. I hope it's a good day. If I'm on top the leaderboard on Wanna Parlay, that mean it's a good day. Oh yeah, I forgot that the Hawks played. I bet you Jordan Poole have an off day. Guaranteed Travis Hunter made a mouse play. If so, I done cashed on my parlay. 2 picks, 4 picks, 6 picks, 7 picks. Pick your poison. Wanna Parlay, then download the app right now. Come on, join it. You lose one time, gotta keep on going. Flip them winnings, gotta stack them coins. Stay in the race like Jacket Joyner. You'll win if you stack them points up. NBA, CBB, MLS, NFL, MLB. Take your time, build your slip. NHL, MMA, UFC. Yeah, you can go big on big. Yeah, or you can go small on small. World Series, Super Bowl, March Madness, Championship, win them all. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'ma throw a party. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'm about to throw a party.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Lantz Bell. Next to me is Tone. This is the Wanna Parlay Podcast, and this show is brought to you by Wanna Parlay, home of the $2 parlay in the world's richest parlay, where every day people are turning $2 into $2,000. We're in the middle of another Wanna week, and we've got a great show for you guys today. We will be having Tone. What's the name of our guest?
Yeah, Chuck. Chuck is going to be on day. Chuck Kennedy, if I'm not mistaken.
Chuck Kennedy, absolute legend. He'll be joining us at some point today. But let's go ahead and just start with the accountability hour, folks, because that's what we've got first on the agenda. I went 2-1 yesterday with the Golden State, Atlanta, taking those for the W's, and Butler over 28.5 points and assists. He had 38 points. Atlanta obviously lost and got smoked, and Golden State won. So, yep, quick little 2-1. And, Tone?
Yep, accountability hour. Excuse me. I'm going over it as we speak. I started marking them off last night. What I do know is the Atlanta W didn't hit. I took Golden State for the W. That hit. I took Atlanta over 219.5. That hit. If I'm not mistaken, no, they scored 215. Wow, so that didn't hit. And then Memphis over 227. They hit 0.5. Michael Harris and Spencer Schwellenbach didn't hit on my baseball hits. Then I had Cole Anthony over 5.5 points. He cleared. Dyson Daniels over 10.5 assists and rebounds. He cleared. I had Jaren Jackson over 25.5 points and rebounds, and he had 24. So that didn't hit. Trae Young, 2.5 3-pointers, didn't hit. KCP, 1.5 3-pointers. Last I checked, he had 1. I'm not sure if he cleared. I don't think he did.
Trae Young and KCP combined for 2 for 12 from 3. Just sick work.
2 for 12 from 3. Yeah. So KCP, no. Anthony Black, under 0.5 threes. He cleared that in the first. That didn't hit. Michael Gay, under 0.5 threes. He hit. Draymond Green, 1 tech. Not sure if that hit. And then I had Lonnie Lyle. He had 6 picks. I know he hit 4 out of the 6. KCP, 9.5 points. Did he clear that? No, he didn't clear that. So there's 1 miss for Lonnie. And then Ja Morant, 20-plus points. He cleared that. So Lonnie went 5 for 6. There we have it. Accountability hour.
Damn. So Lonnie got some good work in today. Or yesterday. But some of yours were brutal, man. Like, Jaren Jackson, where are you? Like, rebound the goddamn basketball. You should be in double digits trying to work with Edie on the glass. Trae Young over 2.5 threes. Who would have thought? You know, he just shrunk. And if Trae Young was in that game, that's the reason why it was a 30-point game. Yeah. And we'll
Lance,
talk. Go ahead.
It was even more treacherous, man. I had on one of my parlays last night, I want to say I had Trae Young for 37, or it was 36, somewhere around there. I had it for points and assists, and he got to 34 and got ejected with 6 whole minutes left in the game. It's like, what the fuck? What the hell?
That ejection, I mean, kind of deserved it. He was being a little shit, but I get it. I would be too. I'd be pissed. It's just a tough game. Sometimes that shit happens, and you get frustrated. Brutal, but it's tough for Atlanta. I think they have a chance. Well, it depends who they get coming out. I don't know. The Heat and Bulls have both towards the end of the season started to pick it up, but we'll keep going. We'll move on. Actually, talk about do you have any thoughts other than that on the Magic Hawks game? There's not much to talk about. Banchero had he went 4 for 13, didn't even play that well, but Cole Anthony, one of your sleeper picks, the 5.5 points, my God, he had 26. Cole
Anthony and Anthony Black. The Anthonys showed up and showed out last night. It was ugly for my house. I mean, I was glad that they shaved down that lead, because in the first half it just looked like throwing the towel right then and there. I mean, we went down, I wanted to say, by 20 plus. It was ugly, Lance. And then with Memphis, Zach Edey, 17 rebounds, I want to say, what the dog? What the in foul, crazy.
That game was super interesting because the refs were giving a lot of calls to Curry and Butler all game. They were on the free throw line a ridiculous amount. Then they kind of switched at the end and started giving the Grizzlies some calls that I was a little iffy about. So really went back and forth. I think it came down to that injury to Morant. That just everyone else started fighting, giving all the effort. Oh shit, we have a KG Bulls take. Hold on. But I'll finish my thought. But yeah, the foul trouble, and the difference in game, I think it balanced out. But Morant getting hurt in that kind of gap, because he was playing his ass off and making plays. Then the team finally rallied, but it was too little, too late. So it was tough. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow, or do they play tomorrow or the next day?
I think it's the next day, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so
I think
that makes sense.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday, I think, is our next games after tonight.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's go to KG Little Joe's. Bulls -1.5 tonight, and over 220.5. And Giddey over assists and rebounds 18.5. Buzelis over 12.5 points. Kobe White isn't fully healthy yet. Parentheses, don't care what ESPN tells you. So he may pass up a lot of shots. Interesting. It'll be interesting if that ends up being true, with Kobe White passing up shots, because you'd think he's kind of been one of the longest tenured Bulls on this squad. He's been there the longest now after all these trades, and they've gone young. So, and I don't, what's his injury, KG? If you can't hear me, please let us know. What is Kobe White's, what's going on with him? Because that matchup tonight's going to be good. Bulls Heat. Bulls now seeming like kind of this young, fast-paced, loose team and get out and run. And then the Heat are the complete opposite and are just kind of, defense first, and then Tyler Hero and some of these guys that score for them, but they don't have a lot of high-power offense players. So it'll be an interesting matchup. I believe it's in Miami. So it being in Miami, I gotta lean Heat, but it's in Chicago because KG's gonna be there. Okay.
I thought he said he was going to Miami for the game. Did he?
Wait, hold on. Now I gotta just look. Why have a phone if you can't just look? Because now I'm like, wait.
It's in Chicago tonight. You're right.
It is in Chicago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Chicago's the 9th seed and Miami's the 10th. Oh, that's gonna be major.
Wow. Chat, there's someone out there. If there's someone out there that believes in if you guys believe in the Heat, I don't know, give a 1. If you believe in the Bulls, give it 2. Because I don't know where to go here. This is tough. But KG knows Chicago sports, but now I'm worried that he's just bandwagon. Lonnie Lyle 2. What did I say? Miami Heat 1, Bulls 2?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So it looks like the squad's going with the Bulls. All right. That might be squad
I'm rolling
play
with the
tonight.
Bulls tonight too. I'm
So,
rolling
okay,
with the
it might be a squad play tonight, boys. It might be that might be the play. Bulls. We're going with the Young Bucks. The Heat are in trouble ever since Jimmy Butler's left. You know, I like it. All right. Let's talk the other game. Mavericks Kings. Interesting stuff here, Tone. Another one I just don't know where to go. These teams, like Sabonis, when Anthony Davis was on the Lakers, owned AD for about 2 seasons. You know, he went winless against Sabonis, and now he's on the Mavericks on a way less competitive team, way less star-studded team. Lonnie Lyle says Mavs win by 7. Tone, what do you think?
Yeah, I think AD is gonna have an epic game. I think he has no choice for the sake of his brand, for the sake of his equity, his stock, his everything. Win, lose, or draw, I see AD coming out no less than 30 tonight, no less than 10 rebounds tonight, and no less than 5 assists. I see him playing high minutes. I see him putting the team on his back and trying to carry it, and I see him bringing along Timmy Hardaway and not Timmy, Max Christie and Dinwiddie. I see them coming out performing and carrying their load. But yeah, I think the Mavs are gonna take it. I think AD is gonna have a hell of a performance. I know Sabonis has had his number in the past, but I don't believe in Levine and DeRozan. I don't believe in the Mavs either, but I see them taking this tonight before they go on vacation. This is their last trip.
Damn. All right. Well, we got Chuck here. Chuck was just in the waiting room. Bring him on for the interview. Chuck, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you all.
Hey, can we get you to turn your camera horizontal for us? Get the best shot. There he is. Chuck, we appreciate you coming on. Chuck, where are you from? Where are you tuning in from right now?
Conyers, Georgia.
Okay, out there in Georgia. Wow.
Years.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so my first question to you: so how'd you find Wanna?
Tone told me about it, whatever like that. So I followed him on it or whatever. That's how I learned more about the app. And he told me, it's a parlay. I play parlays. Me and him done played some parlays before, and we did on like Prize Picks or whatever. So he invited me to his event. Then I came on.
That's awesome stuff. So you heard about it at the parlay party.
Yes.
Yay, that's good stuff. So, do you find the app easy to use? And is it? Have you enjoyed using it so far?
Yes, it's been great. Very great.
Well, what would you say your favorite feature is? Would it be the chat? Would it be having spreads and over unders? Is it just the parlay rewards in general? What do you like here?
Well, I like it. It's like fast access. Is that the parlays, the up and the over and unders. Because a lot of parlays doesn't have that. They don't have the access to it, and you don't get the money as fast as you should. Some just for parlays, you have to wait, or you have to go through, your cash out or whatever like that. I like, you tie your credit card, debit card, whatever payment method you put on there, it comes directly back to your account right then and there.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, it's awesome. So another question I got for you, and I don't, you don't have to answer. I don't want to be pocket watching you, Chuck, but how much money do you believe you've won so far on Wanna Parlay?
I won $450 so far.
And these are just $200 or $2 parlays. Like, you can come in and it's cheap. Would you say this is by far the best app if you want to actually make money placing parlays?
Yes, it's a lot. It's real good because it's cheap, and then you can win money fast. Because I done put in like $10 or $15 on a lot of parlay apps, and you don't win $100 to $200 off them. You might win maybe $30 and $40 off them, but with this one, you can do a 4-pick parlay and bring in $200 off a $10 bet.
Exactly. And you only are putting up like $2 or however many, so you never dig yourself in that deep of a hole. It's never that bad.
Yep.
Dude,
You right about that?
Yeah. So, all right, Chuck, you got to tell me, you've won some money now. What do you like tonight?
Okay, what I'm looking at tonight, who's playing? The play-in is pretty scattered out, because I think I forgot who's playing tonight. Chicago. So Chicago is playing Miami.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Giddy. Giddy is always my guy to go to.
So we got a Chicago native in the chat that just told us to take Giddy's prop. So you guys are in the same boat. So you're cooking right now. Keep going, Chuck.
Yes. So and then also, on the other side, I would pick Miami. I would go with probably Hero or either Bam.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Okay. I like those. And anything in the Mavs Kings matchup?
Mavs Kings, Sabonis is always gonna be number one.
Yeah. Okay.
Sabonis is always gonna be known. DeRozan, I can go with DeRozan too, because DeRozan you can go with his points, because DeRozan scores a lot.
And he shoots a lot. Yeah.
Zach LaVine is up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the bad thing. But Zach LaVine is up and down. Okay, the Mavs, on the Mavs side, I pick sometimes I go with their center. Well, I forgot what the guy name is.
Gafford or
I don't know his name.
Lively.
I forgot what.
Gafford, Lively, or Anthony Davis?
No, I go with Anthony Davis sometimes. If it's, I think he's a power forward center.
Sometimes he's been fucking up. He been busting my parlays and shit recently.
Yeah, he messed up real bad. I forgot what his name is. I don't know if he comes off the bench or not.
Chuck, you got to be talking about Gafford or Lively. Gafford or Lively.
It might be Gafford.
Yeah, Daniel
sometimes.
Gafford. He's a solid guy.
Gafford, I think.
All right. Well, Chuck.
So
hey,
most of the time
say
go
again.
ahead. I said most of the time on my picks, I try to go with mostly the same people most of the time, because if they're solid, I'm gonna stick with them. But my two pick tonight, is gonna be Sabonis, Giddey, and I'm gonna go with probably Bam.
Okay,
I'm gonna give Bam a shot tonight.
Sabonis, Giddey, and Bam Adebayo. That's who we're betting tonight, folks. I thank Chuck. We appreciate you coming on. You're an absolute legend, and we got to have you on again soon when you're in the winner's circle.
I will.
All right, awesome stuff. We appreciate you, Chuck. Good talking to you.
No problem.
Good luck tonight, Chuck. Right. Good luck.
All right, bro.
There he is, the guy, the man, the myth, the legend, Chuckster. I mean, he comes on, he gives us fucking locks. I mean, Sabonis, this is what we were just talking about. He's been eaten when he plays against AD, matched up somehow in some way. And another one, Adebayo, I mean, why wouldn't he feast? And then last but not least, the Giddler. I mean, everyone's been all over the Giddler ever since he's making his Bulls day. I mean, this guy's, he's actually looking like a hooper. He's actually looking like a player. So, great stuff from Chuck. Can't wait to have him back on. All right, let's move forward. Let's keep marching. Actually, I do have to say in this, the Kings versus Mavericks matchup, I believe I had to think about it. With Gafford and Anthony Davis, or Lively and Anthony Davis on the floor, that is way too much size for the Sacramento Kings. Give me the Mavericks. They're winning tonight. That's barbecue chicken. Unless DeMar DeRozan goes fucking unbelievable and has one of those performances, which he has had in his NBA career. Sorry, it's just been shadowed by LeBronto. All right, let's go. Let's move on. Topics with Tone. The NBA playoffs are starting. We all know the series. We know every series except for the 1 versus 8 seeds, of course. But those won't matter. Though the 1 seeds are gonna move on. Come on, folks. Don't kid yourself. Let's start with the one we all know and love. Lakers versus Timberwolves, 3 versus 6 in the West. Just give you a couple things before we dive in. This series in the season was 2-2, but they only played once after the Luka trade. And in that game, Gobert and Julius Randle were hurt. So we never really got a good matchup of what this is going to look like. The biggest thing I got in this series, it's just a big size difference from Lakers to Minnesota. Minnesota, Julius Randle and Gobert, they're pretty big. And then obviously on our side, I mean, we got Jackson Hayes. And if he plays well in this series, he could do something special and really help us out in that pick and roll where last year Luka had Gobert on an island. But Tone, I obviously think I know where you're going in your prediction, but tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you're thinking.
Man, Timberland, Timberine, Timberwolves, Lakers in 5. No, I really feel that we're gonna take them in 5. No cap. I would love to see a sweep. But I just feel like our camaraderie is, out of all teams in the NBA, the Celtics is probably the only team that can compare to our camaraderie. I feel like we have a fast camaraderie with Luka coming in. But even before Luka, this unit has been sticking it out. This unit has learned how to play together. They know everybody knows each other's specialties, strengths, weaknesses, how to help each other, how to bounce off each other, how to fill in when needed. I just see us. I see a smooth sailing all the way to the Western Conference, and that's when things will get chippy. But other than that, I don't see anyone stepping into the Lakers' way. Definitely not the Timberwolves. Shout out to my boy Ant-Man. He is the truth. He is an Atlanta native. He graduated from the same school as my mom. But damn it, that ain't going to get you past the Lake Show. That's not going to do it. Not in a 7-game series. Not with JJ fucking Redick out there acting like he is Dick Vitale from freaking the 90s. I mean, JJ Redick is out there just getting surgical on these people. I don't think people really seeing what's going on. Like, I haven't seen too many coaches that are making these grown men really believe what they're drawing on the paper, and then seeing these grown men out there and go execute it with total faith and commitment. It's crazy. But Lakers in 5.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like Lakers in 5, and I definitely agree with you. And I don't see us beating them both times in Minnesota. Like I see us defending home court, going up 2-0. Maybe they have a little passion in that game 3, but after if it's 2-1, I don't see us losing another game. And if we do, then in 6, which is not the end of the world. But just the lack of playmaking on the Timberwolves, kind of, I know Mike Conley is still there, and he's still, I guess, a solid point guard. I'd give him, he can still play, but he's nowhere near what he was. So it's Ant-Man making a lot of plays. He's going to see a lot of double teams, and he'll make the right pass. And if the other players can beat us, they can't. That's the whole point of this rant. I just don't see it. And then on the other side of the ball, you have Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and LeBron James. 3 different players that can put Gobert and whoever else they need to into just these matchups that it's just unfair. The Lakers look damn good, and in playoff basketball, when the possessions slow down and everything matters each time, we have JJ Redick calling these plays on the sideline as well, with just the surgeons on the court. I mean, man, this is going to be good stuff. This is going to be a great run, and I'm excited for it. Yeah, Tone, I'm with you, Lakers in 5.
And then, Lance, before we breeze on, I feel like if there's any speech that LeBron is giving the team, it's one of these. Hey, yo, man, hey, let's take these teams out fast. I ain't got that much left in the tank. If you want the best of me, we got to get to the Western Conference Finals and the finals. We worry about it then. So we can't be doing 6 and 7 games with these 5. That's what I feel.
No, 100%. I mean, you gotta move on. You gotta keep going, and you gotta keep the momentum. And you can't just kind of drag out and come out and be flat-footed or lazy in one of these games and sneak away and have to play another one. So I agree with you. That's great stuff. All right, let's move on. Nuggets versus Clippers. Nuggets get home court advantage. This is Big Zoo versus Jokic. It's going to be one of the great big man matchups of the 2020s because you don't get those very often. Can the Clippers finally get a playoff run out of Kawhi? And how healthy is Jamal Murray? And those two things, the health of Jamal Murray and, of course, always the health of Kawhi Leonard, is my 2 biggest factors in these matchups. Because if Kawhi stays healthy, this man's been on a tear. He's been averaging about 26 points per game, super efficient, doing it all. Harden is in peak Harden mode. Now, I will say the Clippers did go on a little bit of a run at the end of the season, and people were hyping it up and glazing. And I'm like, let's calm down a little, only because, the Clippers, the matchups at the end of the season, teams know they're bad and are kind of tanking. So they got a lot of free wins. I went and looked at their last post All-Star break schedule. There was a lot of free wins and a lot of just rollover teams. So I'm not buying it that much. But hey, I'll give credit where credit's due. They jumped up to the 5th seed. And, I don't know. It's interesting because the Nuggets don't have Malone anymore. Tone, talk to me. What do you think's going on in this Clippers-Nuggets series?
Hey, Penelope, can you bring me that broom in there? I'm just playing, baby. I don't need the broom. Sweep.
Who's sweeping who?
Sweep.
Oh, my God. He said get the brooms out.
Definitely not going LA's way. It's not going the stepchildren's way. It is not going the stepchildren's way. I am not a believer in Kawhi. Kawhi is a lie. Kawhi. They have ruined his career for just putting him in the categories that he had no sense in being in. They should have just labeled him as a great player. Just labeled him all of that LeBron comparisons when he was in Toronto and Kawhi's coming to LA. Oh, there's a new man in town. Them motherfuckers ain't won shit since. The Clippers have been sorry my whole entire life, and I'm in my 30s. They have been sorry my whole entire life. You can fact check this and look it up. They've had flashes in the pans plenty of times. Now, what's gonna happen is big old Zubac is gonna look like this when Jokic get done with this boy. When Jokic put him in the yoke, he gonna put him in the yoke. Jokic gonna put him in the yoke. Man, he gonna put him in that Draymond Gobert yoke. He gonna put him in that yoke, and it's a wrap. He gonna put him in a blender, man. And Murray is gonna cook. Porter is gonna cook. Man, they bench is gonna come in and cook. Bron, not LeBron, but Christian Bron. He gonna cook. They gonna cook. That's what I just think the Nuggets gonna cook. To me, still at this very point, if we not talking about my team, our team, Lance, if we're not gonna be biased, the Nuggets are the most fearful team in the whole NBA. I'm just period to me.
Wow. I see, because you got to give that kind of respect to Jokic, but I'm going to be honest. I mean, Zoo is pretty good. He's not going to, and let me start a different direction. No one in the NBA can stop Jokic. No one can. I'm sorry. I watched Anthony Davis match up 4 different times against this motherfucker and can't do shit. And Anthony Davis is damn near, the best defender, one of the best defenders of all time. And it's crazy that I can say that and he won't win a DPOY, but that's a debate for a different time. But with what's going on and what we have kind of going, so Jokic, Zubac can put up numbers and get, kind of in that double range and even some mean 15 and 15. He ain't going to put up Jokic numbers, obviously. If Ty Lue's a great coach, so he's going to coach them boys. And, I can kind of see the world where, you just let Jokic go one-on-one with Zoo and you just live with that matchup, live and die with it. And then you just take away all the other players, do the best you can. Clippers were a great defensive team all regular season. I'm sitting here and I'm like, is there a world? I mean, they tried to fire the coach to get the Energizer Bunny with the team. I'm like, no, coach. We got experience on the other side and redemption. I might have Clipper. It might go down to 6 or 7 games. This is his. Jokic is world class, unbelievable, best player in the world. But there is a recipe to defeat him. It's mostly, try to take away his comfortability as best you can. But at some point, just let him one-on-one. It's just one-on-one and let the other guys beat you. Try to take away all their shots and their good looks. So this matchup, the more I look at it, I'm like, man. I mean, I will say I'd take Nuggets in 7. but I think it's close. I think it's closer than we think. And you got brooms out here, so I'm like, maybe I'm seeing this wrong. But
check this out, Lance. I'm over here on StatMuse, and Jokic versus the Clippers. I'm not gonna go to the past, but this season alone, he had one game where he had 41 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. He had one game where he had 28 points, 14 rebounds, and 11 assists. And then another game in the past, he had a 49 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists.
I know, and I'm like, but and how many of those games did Kawhi play? I gotta see, because the regular season, I'm like, when it's playoffs, the game slows down. I'm like, Kawhi Leonard's, if he's actually playoff Kawhi right now, he's a bad dude. That Toronto run. Don't get me wrong. I know what you're saying. Don't compare him to LeBron. He doesn't nearly have, it's not nearly the same. But it don't mean he can't be a little. He's an assassin, bro. He's cold-blooded. You've seen him. He's mid-range knockdown. No matter what you do, and I don't care who you are, there's not a defender that can do it. He knocks down the mid-range. So when you can get those for sure buckets late in games, but then you have Jokic, it'll be a hell of a series. That's my argument. It'll just be a hell of a series. I think it's closer than we think. So maybe it's Nuggets in 6 or Nuggets in 7, but I think the Clippers steal at least 1 or 2.
I think the Clippers won the last meeting too, if I'm not mistaken. And if they didn't, then they won October 26th. They beat them by 5. So that's something hopeful right there for you.
Yeah, I mean, all right. That's so that one we are a little farther apart, but we still think Nuggets move on. All right, let's move on. Rockets versus Warriors. Warriors have dominated the Rockets in the past year since the Harden days in the playoffs. The Warriors are actually favored odds-wise in the betting market, which I'm like, do you agree with that? And then also, do you agree with the Warriors being favored?
They're my favorite in that matchup. I still think that the Rockets have a year or two to. And it's not even pieces in my opinion with the Rockets. It's just they're gonna need this experience. They need what they're about to go through now to win one in the future. And I think Steph, and Kerr, and Draymond. I just think those three, and then Butler. Like, man, we was talking about it before the game, Lance. But that performance from Butler right there changes the whole scale of things. If the Warriors can get an ounce of that every game from Butler. Oh my gosh! Now things switch up. But I think the Rockets are this year. The Rockets were that team is just a dynamite regular season team. Like, they were phenomenal in the regular season. But I don't think that regular season style of play is going to get them far in a 7-game series when teams are just locking in on specifically you for the next 7 games. I don't see them outsmarting the Warriors. I don't see them outscoring, and the Rockets score hella points, but I feel like it's going to be a reduced version of the Rockets in the playoffs, because this is when schemes and strategies come into place, and Kerr is a fool at schemes and strategies.
No, 100%. But in the argument I got on the other side, I'm like, those Rockets, Ime Udoka has proved himself as a damn good coach in the NBA that deserves a lot of money when his next contract comes up. Because you definitely got to make sure as the owner he's not banging your wife, because that is sick work over there in Boston. I mean, that's, come on, you're just banging the woo. But you make sure if you pass that test, I mean, hopefully your wife's ugly or something, because my boys like that. But all right, let's keep the ball talk. But Rockets Warriors, so Jimmy Butler, and like we said, it was that time. Like, they needed Jimmy to step up, and he stepped up in big time fashion. I mean, Curry, Butler, and then Draymond, and some of the role players did what they did, but the Rockets, they're pretty deep. And they can throw a lot of bodies at you. And, especially when it's Curry and Butler, 2 people that are going to have to carry this load. And the Rockets having a lot of bodies, like, they can throw a Dylan Brooks and chase around Curry. Then they can throw a Van Vliet that'll chase around Curry. Then they can throw different guys like a Tari Easton that can switch on and just be long and kind of just piss them off. And then, there's what's his name? Amon Thompson. I mean, he'll be flying around. Sengun will be nice in the post and keep the Draymond spread out and kind of out of the paint. It's
Do
gonna
you
be.
think
This is gonna be a closer battle. This is gonna be a good fucking matchup, I think. And I'm with home court advantage. Do the Warriors make it 1-1? They have to make it 1-1 if everyone thinks so. They win one in Houston.
that's a good question. Houston has been tough in Houston.
Yeah.
But what I think you made some valid points now, Lance. I think the X factor is gonna have to be Jimmy, and I'm not talking about on offense. I feel like if they can get the version of Jimmy that can lock down or slow down either Jalen or a man, then things change. And more specifically, Jalen. Like if Jimmy Butler can put that Butler defense on that we're known for Jimmy for doing, steals, blocks, aggressiveness, and this, because most of the time when Jalen Green don't perform, the team is different. Jalen Green is that lightning in the and he, man, I done seen him pull up some crazy threes, and his jumper is wet. Like Jalen is a legit bona fide net superstar. He's one of those. But yeah, man. I just, to me, if and I could be biased when it comes to this, but if I was to personally know Steph and LeBron and people like them right now, I just see them rallying up their troops a different way right now. I just see them the verbiage that they're telling their teammates is different from whoever's leading the Rockets. The aura is different. The way they're training right now, the music they're listening to is different. The food I just feel like that experience pays off in so many different ways off the court that we don't get to see. Like I bet you LeBron is putting people on kind of his diet right now during his workout plan or his sleep schedule or I don't, but a lot of those things I would think matters. Like more sleep during this time probably makes you perform better during this time. So that means you got to have less family time and stuff like that. The younger you are, you probably don't see it like that, and that's just my opinions. This not facts or nothing, this is just opinion. So yeah, but that's how I feel, Lance. I don't know.
I see what you're saying. I mean, Jalen Green's not going to be able to see his stepson that's the same age as him. It's just sick work. I mean, you just hate to see it, but come on, like what the fuck is that? Oh, okay, we'll keep going though. But hey, don't sleep on Rocket veterans because Fred VanVleet, NBA champion. Jeff Green went on one of those runs for an NBA or at least tried to in 2018. He was an essential piece for LeBron to get by those. Jeremy Cantor says, sleeper for the series, I'm calling it. Playoff Porter is underrated. I'm a little confused which Porter we're talking about.
Right. Is that Nuggets or Bucks?
I was gonna say because I'm like Kevin Porter or KPJ got traded to the Bucks. Has been gone for a while. Don't mean no, not on my hater shit, but Jalen Green has to find a way to play against the Warriors right now. That's exactly it. Jalen Green, if he can man up and really fucking cement something that he's worth a shit in this league outside of the regular season, being flashy in games that don't really matter, then this could be interesting. Because two players from that draft class, and this is why I wish Jalen Green just went to college. If he just went to college and got a bag under the table in college, his popularity would be so much better than when he went on that G League Ignite team and no one really got to see him play and it all disappeared. That's a good story or a conversation for another time. But if Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham man the fuck up and then make it past the first round of these playoffs, those dudes are real. Those dudes are real, and they solidify that draft class's weight. They're a little better than we thought. We just had to give them a little time, which will be fire, which I'm excited about. And we're going to talk about Cade Cunningham coming up. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we got going on in this series because there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack, and it really just comes down, is Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler that great? If they're that great and they can really will this Rockets team and you can get guys like Pods to step up in one of the games, maybe a sneaky Kuminga to come up with his length in one of the games and just have a couple guys that step up and get the job done. You'd think Warriors in 6, but man, if you can't beat them in Houston, it might be a tough series and you might sneakily go down to game 7. And who knows? I mean, game 7, anything could happen. We know that. All right, well, that's good stuff. Let's move on. Let's keep going because we got the whole East to do. Knicks versus Pistons. I mean, this is a great matchup. Two storied franchises. I mean, just hearing it has aura. I think it's Knicks in 7, but man, like I was just saying before, Cade Cunningham has the opportunity to do something great here. And this guy's a beast in the pick and roll, and that's been the Knicks' kryptonite all year long, as their defensive stats in the pick and roll are not good at all. It's pretty pathetic, especially with Karl Anthony Towns. So if Cat and those, if they can figure out a system or something to get away from just getting stuck in pick and roll land all day, I think the Knicks could do it in 6. But if the Pistons are getting whatever looks they want on offense, then my God, this might be interesting, and it might go down to 7, just like that Pacers-Knicks series did. And when anything can happen, the Pacers just dog walk the Knicks in Madison Square Garden, which was just gnarly stuff. So I still think Knicks win this series and move on. Tone, talk to me.
Yeah, man, it's Tobias Harris is he's wishy-washy for me. Tobias can be great and Tobias can be a ghost. But I think the Knicks, they're in the top 5 when I was talking about camaraderie. The Knicks, like Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart camaraderie is just freaking crazy. And then Cat slid right in, and he was a great pick. I tell you this, that was one of the best trades that I've seen in the past few years. I feel like that was a great trade for both teams. I don't feel like either team won or lost with the Randall and Cat trade. I feel like that worked perfect for both teams. I feel like Randall was trying to be too much of a New Yorker over there, and he's forgetting about just simple basketball shit. And Cat was over there being a diva, and he needed to go over there to a rough town. It worked out perfect. But Knicks in 6, I do see Knicks in 6. I can even see Pistons taking them to 7. I mean, this is like a rival series right here. This goes back to the classic days. I could see it probably getting chippy too. You got Isaiah Beef Stew out there, but
Beef Stew. That's fucking
Beef Stew. But I simply see Brunson having, out of those 6 games, if maybe 7, he's gonna have a 40-point game. I see Brunson definitely having a 40-point game. Now on the flip side, we don't know what Cade we're gonna get, because if we get Cade, like, I wasn't a Cade believer when he first got drafted and came in. I was kind of man, was I wrong? Cade is the truth. And if we get, and he's bigger than I thought. He was small.
Dude, that's the thing about him. That's why I have so much belief, because I was the same way as you. Didn't really believe, but they had that the Team USA select team play the actual USA that played in the Olympics. All the coaches came out and said they just raved about Cade Cunningham. And I was like, oh shit, maybe I got to buy this guy's stock. He's all of 6'8", and he's probably 225, 230. Bigger, like he has muscle. He's gonna lead this team or that franchise to an NBA championship. But Cade's real. But I don't want to interrupt you too much. I mean, they got like Cade. They got Dennis Schroeder off the bench. They got Beasley off the bench, and then their starters, who you were talking about earlier, Tim Hardaway Jr., Tobias Harris. They're just sitting in the corners, kind of doing their things, giving him space, and he's just in the pick and roll. Jalen Duren, dude. They actually have an opportunity to be great. I mean, but if you look at the Knicks on the other side of the ball, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Karl Anthony Towns coming out. That's just that big 5 looking at you like, all right, bro, let's match up then. I mean, this is cinema. This is Knicks Pistons, just another chapter that's going to be so good. That's just great for NBA and ratings like that. All right. Let's move forward. Let's go Pacers versus Bucks. Rematch of last year. But last year, Giannis was hurt and they lost in 6. But this year, no Dame. Blood clot keeps him sidelined. But look out for 3-4. This guy has been averaging in the month of April 32, 12, and 12. It's smelling like a little bit like 2018 LeBron. And he's going to go on one of these masterclass runs that you just have, you're sitting there wondering, is this guy real? I'm excited for this one, but Carlisle and his scheme with Halliburton at the helm definitely plays with a lot of space and pace and can keep Giannis out of plays defensively. But I don't know. On offense, they seem to crash the paint when Giannis drives and give up the kick out to, whatever shooters they like in the matchup. So we'll see. We'll see if Giannis and his team can help him and, do something for him and had knocked down some shots and, let him be great. But if they can't, and there's KG Little Joe's Bucks getting bounced again in the first round. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I like Bucks. I think Giannis puts on a masterclass, kind of like 2018 Braun. His teammates are going to help him out. We got the return of Bobby Portis after that 25-game suspension. He'll be huge. He'll be crucial. They're going to make everything through Giannis and live and die through him. It's going to be a great series. Tone, talk to me. What do you think?
Yeah, we're on the same page, Lance. I started like this. Award for most heart in the lead, hands down, goes to Giannis. I don't see no one out there that night after night just put in the effort that he puts in. And another unpopular opinion, I'm not convinced that Dame is even a great fit for them. I'm gonna just be honest. I've seen what they've done and this, that, and the third. Dame isn't. It just wasn't an automatic click for me. They haven't done phenomenal things with Dame and Giannis on the floor together. Giannis has performed better when Dame isn't on the floor, and I think Bobby Portis and a lot of other people on that Butt squad have some things to prove. And Bobby isn't a slouch. Bobby can give you 20, 10, and 5. Bobby can, and he's a Draymond type of tempo changer. He can change dynamics of the game without putting the ball in the hoop. But on the flip side, I'm just not sold on the Pacers. I've never been sold on the Pacers. I'll probably never be sold on the Pacers, and I'm just not going for it. I'm not sold on Halliburton. What the hell? I'm not sold on Neesmith. They got some weird ass names over there. Halliburton, Neesmith, Nimhart, what? I feel like I'm talking in smacker. I'm not going with the Indiana Pacers. I'm not rolling with them. Bucks and 6, 7, or 5 or whatever it takes. Bucks. If Giannis got to go out there and score 60, he will. He will. If Giannis has to go out there and score 60, he will. He will. Yeah. And who's going to stop him over there? Pascal?
No. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those where you try to take Giannis away early, and he's going to kick to his shooters, and you're going to hope they're missing, and then you're just going to try to have to get them in difficult matchups, which you don't have as the Pacers. So you're just going to have to do a lot of subs, a lot of legs, and just get out and run. Maybe you can tire Milwaukee out, but it's going to be a tough one. And dude, that call out about Dame not fitting, you might be right, because Giannis is more and more, to me, just looks like a 6'11" Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
6'11", like you said, he has as much heart as anyone out there. Just one who does that, Russ, or at least did when he had the opportunity, and whenever he does. He's 6'11" Russell Westbrook.
Well, that's 1,000% correct right there. I mean, both of their jumpers might be equivalent. It might go in, it might not. But they're gonna keep driving. They're gonna keep shooting. They're gonna keep trying. Ain't no stopping them from trying.
Exactly. So it's gonna be a hell of a series, and I like I wish the Bucks were just healthy. We wish Dame was healthy and out there, because we just want to see playoff Dame. Even though we might not think he's the best fit, but man, he's a good player. But yeah, I think Giannis needs more just wings and less playmakers on his team, and kind of just run the offense through him in these next few years of his career, as he's at the best. He's the best he's ever been skill wise. And, I think that's their future moving forward, but we'll see. All right. Well, last one, and this one I don't really have much notes for, but Celtics Magic. I will say the Celtics the Magic do have the best record against the Celtics since Joe Mazzulla took over as head coach. I believe they're 6-4 against them. One of the best in the NBA compared to all the other teams. With that being said, Celtics in 4. So tough, I wish it was otherwise. If they had Jalen Suggs, maybe 5. But it's looking like a sweep. The Celtics are damn good, and they're gonna be ready to go. Playoff time, playoff games. It's just completely different. They wipe them off the board. I wish I could say it was otherwise, but Tone, what do you think? Do you think Banchero and Franz Wagner have a fucking miracle in them?
Not in Willy Wonkaville. I think if we fast forward right now, Celtics and Lakers, however else it maps out. But Celtics and Lakers are Western and Eastern Conference final contenders. That's they'll be there. If we fast forward right now, if we can fast forward in time, that's what's going to happen. People, trust me, I have the script. Now, what the other two teams are going to be, I don't know. But Lakers and Celtics, the NBA has already wrote it that we're battling for banners over here. We're the only two teams that's battling for banners over here, so we got to make it to the conference finals. That's what that's at least that's what Silver told me. But yeah, Lance.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, you just wish it'd be anything else, because my God, do I just hate the Celtics. But yeah, there's not really much you can do. And the East is so weak. I mean, the seeds that'll match up. Well, I mean, the other series that it could be either the Thunder versus Grizzlies, Mavericks or Kings. Yeah, the Thunder aren't losing to any of those teams. Grizzlies will be interesting if they do make it, because I'm like, they might be able to steal a game, miracle too. But I maybe one game, but it's not gonna happen. This isn't the year that the 8 seed or an 8 seed beats a 1 seed. All right, should we move on to our picks?
Ready to get to it? You ready to get to the picks?
Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Oh, Jeremy Cantor. The Milwaukee-Indiana series is a charmingly harmless series. Great example of the small market ceiling championships. Wow. Jeremy Cantor with the fucking boom on small markets. Yeah, I mean, it's tough because a team like the Pacers, you really don't know what they do. Because they went out and, they make the move to get Siakam and things like that. But it's like, Siakam ain't going to win you. Well, he is an NBA champion, but he ain't going to go. He can't be the second guy or the first guy or whatever you want him to be. Yeah, that's just not, no. But, let's hop into the picks tonight. I got both the NBA games. I'm taking the money lines. I'm going Mavericks. And Mavericks Bulls money line. And then my player props, I'm riding with Chuck. Give me the Chuckster. Josh Giddey over PRA. I see it at 36.5. And then Bam Adebayo. I'm taking his I guess I'll take his PRA because I'm just gonna take both their PRAs. And then also like an Andrew Wiggins over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Andrew Wiggins, he's an NBA champion. So he's going to put in some good work. There's Jeremy Cantor. 6'11" Russ is so true. Thank you, Jeremy. I mean, I thought that was a funny but true take. All right, so give me Bulls money line, Mavs money line. Josh Giddey over 36.5 PRA. Sneaky if you can find it somewhere. Take a Giddey triple double. Kid's playing his ass off, and I think it's I think I saw it on Bovada or something degenerate at like plus 300. And I was like, wow, that's pretty good. Bam Adebayo PRA, and then Andrew Wiggins only rebounds and assists over Tone. This is your time to be great. Go ahead.
For Showski, and I did see that Giddey triple double. I seen it over on one of the other parlay apps. I'm not going to name it because we were one over here, but I did see it and they had it geeked up, so you guys can search around and see if you get that triple double Giddey. I think that's a great gamble. Hit or miss. I just feel like that's a great gamble because if it does, then it's beefed up.
Yeah, for the odds, it's good value. Yep. It's a good value bet.
Good value. There you go. Yep. So y'all hop on that. I definitely would advise that. But over at the money lines and spread side, I got Bulls for the W, Mavs for the W, Mavs for plus 4.5. Bulls minus 1.5 and Mavs over 213.5. I think they are. That's one of my locks for today. By the way, guys, if you guys want to lock, you want a guaranteed pick. You have a 4 pick you're trying to put together. You already got 3 of your own, and you're just missing one. This is the one to take. Mavs over 213.5. They're gonna put some buckets up tonight. And they're gonna clear that. Over in the player props. I got Bammy Whammy Wham Bam Bam out of Bayou for 20 points. I got Buzelis for 12.5 points. Shout out to KG, man. I was waiting on his advice today. I say Chicago's playing tonight. I need KG. I got to hear what KG has to say. Hey, KG, was they in the bar drinking last night? Which one of them got drunk? So, yeah, you ever need some good Chicago tips and bets, holla at KG. Wanna Parlay said that. Khalil Ware, 9.5 points. Take the over on him. He's going to ball out tonight. Duncan Robinson, 8.5 points. Take the over. Vucevic, 10.5 rebounds. Take the over. Andrew Wiggins, like my boy Lance say. Andrew he's going to have some stats somewhere. You just got to pick the right one. Andrew is not going to be silent tonight. You better count on that. He's going to try to show them that, yeah, I seen what Butler did, but hey, you better. Yeah. So I'm taking the Andrew Wiggins 3 assists tonight. I think that's a steal. I think he's going to catch. I think they might all three be to one person. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Hero probably. We'll see. This is another lock of mine tonight. This is my lock. This is my sneaky one. Shout out to Jack. Jack used to call these sneaky. This is my sneaky one. Haywood Highsmith, 5.5 assists plus rebounds. Lock that in. Those are my two locks for the night. Mavs over 213.5 and Haywood Highsmith 5.5 assists plus rebounds. Anthony Davis 26.5 points over. Klay Thompson, if you don't get this tonight, boy, you might as well just pack your bags and get your ass on out of Dodge because you just don't belong in the NBA team no more. 12.5 points over. Dinwiddie 9.5 points over. Max Christie 7.5 points over. And last but not least, tonight on the list, DeRozan, 9.5 assists plus rebounds. Lock it in. There you have it.
Wow. Well done. Well done, my friend. And yeah, I mean, that's got to be locks. It sounded locks to me. I mean, those sounded great all around the board. And, KG Lil Joe says, yes, Zach LaVine will not win a playoff game. So, it seems like we're all in the same boat here. I feel like the squad ride tonight is Bulls. Everyone's on the Bulls. Everyone and their mothers is on the Bulls. So we got to really hope that one comes through, especially for KG. Oh, go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, we got some incoming mail. Lonnie Lyle sent through his slip tonight. He has 5 that he's given us tonight. Shout out to Lonnie last night. He went 5 for 6. So it's only right that we provide you guys with Lonnie picks for the night as well. You can find them at Parlay King 222 on Wanna Parlay. And all of these bet lines right here are Wanna Parlay bet lines. So you can grab them right now. Lonnie said Kobe White over 23.5. He said Bam out of Bayou over 9.5 rebounds. Josh Giddey under 3.5 turnovers. Okay, I haven't seen that one tonight. That might be a sneaky one. Josh Giddey under 3.5 turnovers. Winner, Dallas as the winner, and Max Christie over 7.5 points, just as well as I got that one too. So shout out to Lonnie Lyle. I like those.
Shout out Lonnie. Lonnie with the sneaky ones. Okay. All right, folks. Well, yeah, I might have to steal that one. Well, folks, this was the Wanna Parlay Podcast, home of everything Wanna Parlay, the proud father of the $2 parlay and the world's richest parlay, where every day people are turning $2 into $2,000. Today was a great show. Thanks to Chuck for coming on and spitting facts, giving us locks. Absolute legend. We'll be back same time tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, celebrating more Wanna winners, updating you on the latest Wanna leaderboards, and talking about all things sports. Folks, if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, comment. This will help me and Tone out, your boys. And we appreciate everything. And, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. Tone, any final thoughts?
Hey, man, good luck to all my parlayers tonight. You know what I'm saying? Me and Lance enjoy this. Make sure you do what you got to do to support this channel. Treat us like some real ones. Like us up, subscribe, do all of that. Turn the notifications on and tune in with us. We some cool brothers. Come kick it with us. This is where the guys hang out. And if you're one of those cool gals, you're welcome to. Come to the cookout.
There it is, folks. Adios.
Phone. Yeah, Tone. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'ma throw a party. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. just woke up, it's time to check out my parlay from last night. I hope it's a good day. If I'm on top the leaderboard on Wanna Parlay, that mean it's a good day. Oh yeah, I forgot that the Hawks played. I bet you Jordan Poole have an off day. Guaranteed Travis Hunter made a mouse play. If so, I done cashed on my parlay. 2 picks, 4 picks, 6 picks, 7 picks. Pick your poison. Wanna Parlay, then download the app right now. Come on, join it. If you lose one time, gotta keep on going. Flip them winnings, gotta stack them coins. Stay in the race like Jacket Joyner. You'll win if you stack them points up. NBA, CBB, MLS, NFL, MLB. Take your time, build your slip. NHL, MMA, UFC. Yeah, you can go big on big. Yeah, or you can go small on small. World Series, Super Bowl, March Madness, championship.